17 have tried and 17 have failed. Ilia Topuria is the topic of discussion. We will be breaking down just his method, his style, how he gets into these firefights and looks untouched after. And you'll get a little bit of why I think he already may have surpassed Khabib and what way to break him down, with starting with the latest fight against Charles Oliveira. He sleeps Charles in amazing fashion with a right hook. He has one of the best feints in the game, and this is exactly how he did it. It was a jab feint to where he is just seeing what Charles does. He sees and he downloads the data, just like I always refer to Vasily Lomachenko in boxing. It doesn't take 4 rounds to do so, but Ilia does it in a minute. And he does it in the fight. That's what makes Ilia so good, is his adjustments in the fight. And in this Charles fight, he went with the body. He went with a jab to the head. He was mixing everything up. He took a weird elbow at the start of the fight as well. I mean, we are looking at someone whose striking is so polished that he has knocked out 3 legends in Charles Oliveira, Max Holloway, and Volkanovski, who has done this run to the title, and with multiple titles, honestly. With 2 titles, he has done that, and in the meantime, he knocked out the BMF. While it wasn't the BMF fight, he knocked out Max Holloway, who has never gotten knocked out before. Have we seen a more well-rounded striker such as Ilia Topuria? It's safe to say no. I mean, we have seen Conor McGregor, and while Conor McGregor, for everything that he's done for the UFC, he is not at the level that Ilia Topuria is at right now. And what I mean by that is Ilia, people forget, when he came into the UFC, he was 8-0 and 7 submission wins. He has a Greco wrestling background, and people forget it all the time because of how good his striking is. And it's not just a reckless striking, and what I want to compare is Joaquin Buckley. He is great, but it is very reckless. It is, if I find your chin, you are going down. With Ilia is, I'm going to hit you no matter what, and you have to just find a way to survive, or you're going to be on the canvas, and I'm going to be walking, sipping my tea. Ilia Topuria brings in such a fantastic skill set that it does not matter where the fight goes, he is going to be dominant in every area. And in this Charles fight, I mean, this guy almost got a heel hook, a leg lock, whatever you want to kind of consider it, and then he out-wrestles Charles, and then gets Charles into a crucifix. When have we seen this? I don't want to hear people say, oh, Charles is washed, he's this old, he's whatever. He just came off a very dominant Michael Chandler win. The only thing you can really say about him is that he's chinny, and obviously it showed. Ilia is the chosen one. I mean, when we look at fighters and the concept and how to build a fighter, and this is exactly what you want. You want someone with a wrestling base that learns striking over time, that becomes so dominant in their power that they have the ability to end fights. And I want to compare this to Khabib, where obviously he's got the Dagestani wrestling. He comes in, he submits everyone, he's dominant. He's only lost like 2 or 3 rounds. Khabib was great, but we're gonna have some very, very difficult conversations if Ilia stays in lightweight and or goes to welterweight and wins that belt, because I might already have him in front of Khabib. That's how good Topuria is. And call it glazing, call it whatever you want. Ilia Topuria just makes it known that you are not leaving the fight without getting knocked out, submitted, or just battered to hell. And shout out to Josh Emmett. I mean, one of the guys that did not get finished, but yet we look at this reign of Topuria, and what he does so well is that he finds the distance very quickly. And obviously he's a 5'7" short king. It doesn't take him forever to find a distance. And what we see a lot is we see these smaller fighters, they have very, very, very hard times just entering the range and then firing. He kind of does what I like to say what Joshua Van does, and obviously it's a weird comparison, but Joshua Van, he gets in the pocket and just starts going to town. While Topuria has a more refined skill set and just punches in general, we see him enter, whether it's Charles Oliveira, whether it's Jai Herbert. I mean, we have seen Jai Herbert drop Ilia Topuria with a head kick. And people want to say, oh, why doesn't Volk just do that? Why doesn't Max just kick his head off? He did it with Gaethje. They all tried. I don't know if you guys remember the fights. Volk tried kicking every single part of Ilia Topuria, and Topuria just blocked every single thing. He knew where it was coming, and that's the adjustments, and that's what we look at when we look at complete fighters. We look at the adjustments fight over fight, and there's not really much to say about his striking. We know he's one of the most powerful guys that we've seen come up in this featherweight, lightweight mix. And one thing that I think Ilia does so well is making those reads in the fight, in that same minute. And how he does it is he goes in with a game plan of the feints, like I said before. Whether it is a jab feint, whether it is a switch level, whether it is a hook that you know he's going to knock you out with, he feints everything and just sees what you're going to do. And with Volkanovski just unfortunately got on a bad end of cutting off the cage and just circling into that hook. But when you look at the Jai Herbert, when you look at the Charles Oliveira, those taller guys that we think are stylistic nightmares, he puts them out with ease. And what he does so well is when Ilia Topuria either has you hurt or whether he has you circled off on the cage, he is going to rain body hooks and hit you to the body. And we saw it with Max. I mean, he hit Max. Max got a little weird in the head, starts going to the body. And by that time, you're like, shit, I gotta cover up. And then he goes back up top. I mean, Ilia Topuria mixes it up better than a lot of people in the UFC. And it's coming to just the limelight now. One thing I would love to see a little bit more from Topuria is just the clinch game. But I think with being so short and obviously not as heavy as these natural lightweights, I think if he gets the clinch work, I mean, this guy could be insane. And we look at it, even though he dominated Charles in the wrestling, he got him in the crucifix. He took Jai Herbert to the edge of the cage and then knocked him out silly. He wrestled with Bryce Mitchell, Ryan Hall. Ryan Hall, he knocks out because he says, I'm not playing that game. Bryce Mitchell says, give me that back. We are seeing one of the best complete fighters of all time. And I don't want you guys to not watch him, to not appreciate greatness as it's happening, because he's knocking out our favorites. He is the Legend Slayer. That should be his nickname. It's not El Matador, it is Legend Slayer. And when you look at someone as fun as Topuria is, that the man that calls his shot, the Conor McGregor of this new generation, I have him above Conor McGregor. I'm gonna get crap for that. I don't care. I have him above Conor. I have him above Khabib. Ilia now has 2 belts. His legacy only grows from here. He's 28 years old, and the only thing that could stop Ilia is his own boredom. I mean, is he gonna be bored after just beating the fuck out of people time and time again? Whether maybe he tries now, he's gonna be a kick heavy guy. I mean, we just don't know how his career is gonna go because he's already so well-rounded, and now his striking is just on another level. His power is on another level. His accuracy is just at the tippy top. With Ilia Topuria, he brings in such a skill set that just it is a terrible thing to try to game plan. I mean, we need a Chimaev in this division that'll just run at him double leg, and it may be Patty. I mean, it may be Armin just throwing off all the restrictions that he has. But I don't think anyone's going to be stopping him anytime soon, unless it's just a Gaethje loading in an overhand. I mean, this is the perfect thing for the UFC when you have Ilia, the star that speaks different languages, the guy that wants to go and fight in the Bernabeu. I mean, bring the UFC to Spain. This is someone that should be shown as the next Conor McGregor, if he's not already. And comparatively so, he's chasing Islam just like Conor is chasing Khabib, or vice versa, whatever you want to consider it. Islam, one of the most complete fighters that we've seen in this lightweight division. Ilia Topuria, the new age most complete fighter that we've seen in this division. I mean, this is the fight to make. This is Khabib, Conor, Ilia, Islam. It's the same thing. And honestly, I don't think it goes the same way. I think it is a dogfight. I mean, we saw Ilia just ragdoll his last 3 opponents. He can wrestle. Islam, his kicks, I mean, his punches, his striking's got so much better since coming into the UFC, and he does not care. He'll mix it all together. I would love to see this. And this is just a part of what Ilia can do. I mean, it's very difficult to kind of say what that he's not good at. I mean, he's good at everything. If he just refines and doesn't get too cocky, then he will be the greatest of all time in a very short time.
And he just keeps getting better, and he's getting better with this insane confidence that he has. Yeah. His confidence is just like above and beyond.
He has at least 5 years, if he does not get bored, of just beating the fuck out of people and graining up title defenses. Because, I mean, at this point, if he leaves and vacates the belt, and he comes back and beats someone for the belt, he will be the first 2-time lightweight champion. I mean, the accolades are just waiting for him at this point, and Ilia is the man to capture it, to rein in the gold, and to just beat and show everybody what you have to be a global star, and he's got it. But more importantly, what do you guys think? Do you think that Ilia is the next man to be the Conor McGregor? He is the guy that should be headlining every other MSG or big venue. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, it has been Studs.
He hasn't stopped tweeting about me all week, lad. He needs to sort his life out.
Back in your mouth, please, loudly, loudly, shut up, man.